Thank you very much. You mean the animal or the company?
More or less that, yeah.
So Gjirafa is an internet services company. We are an e-commerce company and a video content producer. Think of it as a smaller Amazon. We operate in Kosovo, Albania, and just entered North Macedonia. We plan to go throughout Western Balkans 6, including Bulgaria as well. We are one of the fastest growing companies in Central Europe. We are position 11 as per Deloitte. We grew almost 9,000% since 2016. And we have a wonderful team of 350 plus people. If you leave me talk about Gjirafa, we'll stay here till tomorrow. But thank you again, Mr. Ross, and thank you to the Economist group for putting together this event. I have a few remarks that I would like to read, if that's possible, or refer to. As we enter the third decade of the 21st century, it would be an understatement to say that the world has seen a lot of action during the past few years. We are undeniably living through times of unprecedented disruption. And what happened because of it is that our ambitious agenda has been knocked off by a perfect storm of cascading crises. From pandemics, recession, climate change, and war have tested our resolve. The effectiveness of our collective response to these pressing global challenges will, for sure, determine the future of our species. However, our most daunting challenges also present the most promising opportunities. The ability to resolve those issues is contingent upon cohesion as well as cooperation. Unfortunately, Europe as a whole, and the Western Balkans in particular, have been plagued by unresolved disputes and chronic fracturing for all too long. As a result, our part of the world is missing out and is falling behind. For instance, if you look at Europe 20 years ago, we represented roughly a third of global economy, a third of market cap, and almost a third of global profits. Today, we look very different. Today, we have a quarter of the global economy and only 15% of global market cap and profits. So we are producing, in terms of startups, 35% of all startups in the world, I mean Europe overall, but only 15% of them are unicorns. In order to catch up with other major regions and key technologies, Europe should be even more open and, more importantly, more unified. And this is where I think Europe is missing out. It's excluding the potential that it already has from within, geographically speaking, and I mean for the Balkans. The enlargement of the EU is not an altruistic project. The EU was founded on shared values, freedom, equality, and unity, yet some are being deprived of these fundamental freedoms, such as freedom of movement is a basic human right, and actually it is a precondition to add any value. The Western Balkans cannot become a black hole in the backyard of the EU. The entry of WB6 to the EU is a strategic imperative for the bloc's security, credibility, and competitiveness. But it's also a chance for Europe to be forefront in tech acceleration by using its most valuable asset, and that's diversity. And diversity is very important, and I think that's where it's being excluded in Europe. The rise of digital transformation is redefined the international landscape, and the Western Balkans are prepared to play a very important role. We are producing innovation, creative solutions, terrific talent, but we know this region can do more. Historically, we know this region has done more, not just for Europe, but globally. This region has done some of the most innovative things in the world, have done paradigm shifts, all the way from former Yugoslavia and throughout the rest of the Europe. Now, what's important is that as venture capital and equity funds seek to diversify and decentralize, Western Balkans has the potential to become prime destination for sustainable development, not just as a digital hub. I think it has opportunity for investment here too. Gjirafa and other successful homegrown ventures are proof of that. If you build a great company, you can create positive social change in your community and attract support from all over the world. Valuable progress can only be accomplished together. We need international financial institutions to be more active in the region, more open to supporting innovation, not just traditional businesses, and take concrete action on the promises in order to fulfill their vision and mission in the region. We need these institutions to do their part in removing the fear and prejudice about the region, which is the #1 concern of foreign investors, and swiftly invest to highlight its immense potential. We are large and slow, should not be acceptable, comforting, or justifiable response. I think it should be acted now or be regretted later. Western Balkans represents an incredible investment opportunity relative to the rest of Europe. It's extremely underserved, and from the tech perspective, the Western Balkans is likely the last place left in Europe that has the potential to grow across different dimensions of economic segments and dimensions. To tackle the challenges of the future and unlock new possibilities, we must adapt to change, act responsibly, not just opportunistically, and embrace technology as its key economic carrier. And by we, I mean all of us, entrepreneurs, financial institutions with a focus in the region like EBRD, DFC, World Bank, IFC, governments, you and I, and all of us have a role to play and a responsibility, in fact, to act on this region. Together, I believe we can. We have come far, but there is more to be done. Surely, our shared goals are sufficiently important to warrant the full commitment of our collective will, capacity, and energy. And I think we should do it. And this is a great event exactly to discuss that opportunity. Thank you.